The 2025 ArtFight is just around the corner, which means that every artist on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter are going to be talking about their predictions for how the 2025 ArtFight will go. One common theme I've seen among these posts and videos is that all of them complain about something, and then the masses will agree, but only a small portion actually do anything to help improve the experience. In my eyes, complaining and not making an effort to actually do anything is pointless. I decided to make this video not only in part because I wanted to bring attention to the various issues at ArtFight and discuss solutions, but also because I made my own ArtFight video last year and I'd like to follow up with that. Really, last year's biggest problems that I'm sure will be brought up again this year was people farming for art without giving anything back or commenting on said art, younger or less experienced artists getting sidelined because nobody wanted to attack them because of their art style, and participants creating an overall toxic environment. Now, I'm more than positive that these problems will continue to persist. However, this video is intended to give solutions to these problems. The first problem I'm really going to discuss is the one that I feel weighs heaviest, which is new artists getting kicked to the curb because people don't take interest in their art. Now, I do believe balance is key. Nobody should be expected to attack one type of artist or one group of artists. It isn't reasonable to ask, and part of ArtFight is attacking people out of personal preference. That does not mean, however, that completely leaving out entire categories of artists because you're art farming or because you're only wanting to attack well-known artists is okay. This blanks the platform year after year, and in recent years it's been especially bad because of ArtFight becoming even more popular through platforms like TikTok. Now, one solution is, of course, coming together collectively as a community and attacking artists who don't receive many attacks. But I do understand that it would require a massive call to action and a large quantity of people to truly fix that problem. However, it's always beneficial on an individual level to take some responsibility and to attempt to bring some joy to artists who get ignored. Now is the perfect time to start following some beginners so that you can attack them once ArtFight starts. I've also taken the liberty of adding a channel in my Discord server for those new to ArtFight to post the links to their profiles. I'll definitely be making an attempt to attack those who put their profiles there, and my server has about 1,200 people, so I'm sure others will be looking there as well. I thought for new artists it'd be a nice and easy way to share their ArtFight profile with a bunch of different artists who can attack them during the ArtFight season. Beginner artists are some of the most valuable and vulnerable in the art fandom, and I do firmly believe it's our responsibility to help guide them to success, and in terms of ArtFight, that's by including them in the game. Another issue that's popped up in recent years is the trend of art farming. If you don't know what that is, it's when a user will join ArtFight for the explicit purpose of receiving art and never giving back. To specify, this is not when you see someone with like a 30% battle ratio who specifies that they won't be able to attack everyone back, or someone who does really labor-demanding pieces that can't be done in mass quantity. Rather, this term is specifically for those who join to gain and nothing else. These people exploit the game, and quite frankly, it makes the entire process suck for those who attack the art farmer and then don't get even so much as a comment back. One way to check if someone's an art farmer is to look at their battle ratios, and to examine their profile. If you notice they've received a ton of attacks and haven't attacked back, then it's safe to assume they're probably an art farmer. If their profile is completely empty besides one or two characters, it's reasonable to find that suspicious. Now, of course, some people may just not have anything to say on their profile, but it's best to wait to see what that user does before attacking them to see if they're actually playing the game. Luckily, there's plenty of people to pick from, so you don't have to stress about attacking one person if their profile rubs you the wrong way. It's always better to be safe than sorry, and in this case, waiting a week or two to see if they do anything is a smart move. This somewhat leads to my next topic: don't be trashy towards other artists. The toxicity of ArtFight has been on the rise, and it's important to remember not everything is going to be to your liking. Not everyone is going to attack you back, art you receive won't always be akin to the Mona Lisa, and you're not entitled to get attacked 1,000 times. It's just a part of the experience, and acting like an unsupervised toddler because you're not getting your way with everything is ridiculous, and if that's how you're going to act, this game simply isn't for you. Lots of people love to complain on TikTok about art they've received and how they don't like it. A lot of the time, people also like to complain about other ArtFight users. I saw one post this morning complaining about someone's profile photos for their characters being ugly, and because they didn't like them, they wouldn't be attacking that person. Rarely is the complaining over anything actually meaningful. Usually it's something stupid. We as a community should really be telling these people to cut it out. If you see someone being hateful for no real reason, then it's appropriate to say something. Letting this type of behavior fester isn't the solution. Instead, we should be solidifying that toxic behavior isn't welcome in ArtFight. Now, I do understand that sometimes you'll receive art that you don't like because the artist drew your character in a way that makes you uncomfortable or dissatisfied. The first step to preventing this is simple. Use character permissions. There is an entire feature that lets you list out general character roles, as well as specific character roles if you want to get that nitty-gritty. If you leave these blank, it's fair game. However, if you have these filled out and the art you received rubs you the wrong way or doesn't look like your character, or something about it is generally off, there's an entire report feature that enables you to report the art and artist for such reasons. There are quite a few tools to prevent these incidents from occurring, or at the very least from occurring multiple times, and it is your responsibility as a participant to use them accordingly and responsibly. I know a lot of drama stemmed last year from mass attacks, but also 9 out of 10 people whining about it didn't have it listed in their preferences. Here's some big advice. If you don't want to be around any toxicity in the ArtFight community, truly, it's best to stay off ArtFight related social media content. Most of the dumb drama stems from posts made on TikTok or Twitter, and truly it will not affect your experience in any meaningful way to just not interact with that type of content. Any valuable information will be accessible to you via the ArtFight website. On the topic of information, it's also important that we stop expecting everyone to know every bit of courtesy and practice. Some people may not know it's good courtesy to comment on art they've received. Some may not know how revenges work. Instead of mauling people, we should politely inform them without ripping their flesh off their face. Truly, a lot of issues with ArtFight comes from a larger part of the community doing absolutely nothing to help fix what they complain about. A lot of problems can be fixed with simple solutions, or at the very least improved, but it requires people to actually make an attempt at being better and doing better. We definitely need to improve, and I hope this video reaches the right audience and I don't wake up tomorrow to a comment section full of hate comments telling me to jump. Since it's the end of the video, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who supported my channel. It just officially hit 1 year of age, and I really cannot express how much it means to me that 2,000 people enjoy my content. I never make a video with views in mind, but it does make my day when a video of mine brings joy or validation to others. I love all my supporters so much, and I'm very appreciative of every single one of you. I would also like to bring some attention to this lovely artist real quick. Someone told me I should give this artist a shout out, and they truly deserve it. They have some magnificent and delicious art, and you should totally go follow them on Instagram and commission them. All the art you see on screen now is from their Instagram. Thank you for everyone who has watched to the end of this video. I hope you have an absolutely splendid day.